Welcome back to another cooking video, and Merry Christmas to you, unless you're watching this some other time except for Christmas, in which case, Merry Christmas anyway. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make the Santa sushi roll. I think nothing else needs to be said, so let's get cooking. Okay, so we start by taking 3 crab sticks and removing the orange part. Find out which way around it goes and just peel it back, and then you just cut it at the end of the orange. Just slightly, don't cut all the way through. And there you go, you remove it off. And that's one. Now you just have to do 2 more. You can also just cut it off from the board like this. And there you go. To wrap them in nori, just simply take your sheet of nori, place your 3 crab sticks on it, and then wrap the nori around so that it makes a nice little package. Cut off any excess, so about here, and just lay it on the seal so the seal has some time to absorb some of the liquid off the crab sticks and fix itself. So just the seal's on the bottom now. I'm going to leave it there for about 4 to 5 minutes. Alright, so now to cut your tuna the right shape. I have here block of sashimi grade tuna. Now your block of tuna should be a bit wider than your crab package, so that this will work. And now you just want to cut in slightly, about 1/2 centimeter. And you just want to slice 1/2 centimeter block off, the same size as your crab package. Okay, perfect. Now it fits in there. Okay, now I'm going to flip it over, and I'm just going to curve the edges of my tuna. And now the other side. You simply just take your knife and you start slicing and you curve it. If you need to, you pull it back, you do it again, but in the same direction. And if you miss like that, no worries, you can just go back in and slice again. The idea is to get a round top. Alright, now that the round top is cut, I'm just going to flip it over, and where I made my end piece, I'm just going to make an incision. It'll make it look like a Santa's hat. And just about that deep. Perfect. Now I'm going to add a piece of folded up nori that will make a black line when it's in there. And then I'm just going to put it back and flip it around again. There we go. Now you can place this on top of your piece of crab meat, and this will form the top of the hat. Alright, now I've softly boiled a carrot so it's not quite cooked but just a little bit more tender. And what I'm going to do here is just cut a piece about the same size as 1/2 a sheet of nori, and then I'm going to cut a square, and then cut that square into a circle. And you're going to want to do this twice, once for Santa's nose and the other time for Santa's hat. So just cut it into a rough square shape, and then what you want to do is just take off the edges of your square, make it a bit more circular. Never put your fingers in the way. Once you've cut off the corners, what you want to do is just scrape your knife across it, and you'll be able to spherify it a little bit better, like that. It'll take very little bit of carrot off, but it's really the smallest of touches which makes something aesthetically look great. Right, once you finish cutting the carrot into a circle, you just place it inside a little piece of extra nori that you've got lying around, and just roll it around. And then this piece of carrot will go underneath this part of your prior assembled tuna piece. Okay, so now just put this assembly piece in the fridge to cool down while you prepare the rest of the sushi roll. Alright, so now take 1/2 a sheet of nori and then cut it into roughly 3 pieces. And what you want to do with these 3 pieces is just take them, add a little bit of cooked white sushi rice. If you don't know how to make this, the link is just appear on the top left corner to teach you how to make this. And then you just want to roll them into small little rolls. Don't overpack them. Once you have made a few of these rice rolls, what you do next is you glue 2 half sheets of nori together using some cooked sushi rice to make one very long piece of nori. So just put it on one of the corners and just use it as glue. That's great like that. Now you got one very long piece of nori. Now what you want to do is just take your little rolls and cut them lengthwise and place 4 of them on the long nori sheet you just made. And now you want to add just a very thin layer of sushi rice on top. Alright, now place another half rice roll on top of that sushi rice to create a smiley face, and add a little bit of rice on the sides to hold that smile intact. Then add some more sushi rice on top. Okay, now where the smile is, you want to put 2 semicircles just on top of it, creating a V shape on top of the smile. And in that V shape, you want to put another carrot covered in nori. And this will become the nose of Santa. Now you just want to place 2 more semicircles just on the flanks, like so. And that would be the beard complete. Now, on to constructing the face. Alright, so you want to take 2 small pieces of nori and dap your fingers in some water and then just cover the surface. And then you just want to roll it in on itself. And these will create the black eyes that we're going to place soon into the sushi roll. So just roll them really tight and small. Alright, now here I have some pink sushi rice. You can make this by basically just putting some raspberry juice through the sushi rice, or if you want, you can watch a little video about how to make this by clicking on the top left corner of your screen right now. Okay, so just wet your hand slightly, take a little bit of your pink sushi rice and lay a thin layer on top of what we just assembled before. Just above the nose. Okay, now you want to place your eyes, one just to one side of the nose and one to the one other side of the nose, just like so. And place just a little bit again over it. Remember, every little bit of rice will count up to making this bigger, so the less rice, the better. Okay. Now add a little bit of normal, white, cooked sushi rice on the sides, just to fill it up. You want to keep it round. Okay. And now you take your assembly you made before out of the fridge and you place it on top. Alright, now simply you want to roll. So just place it lightly over. And then roll it over. Okay, now to seal it, you might want to use a little bit of sushi rice just by closing it like so. And this will act as glue as before. Getting a little bit messy now. Okay, now just move it over and leave it for 3 or 4 minutes just so that the nori tightens around. I don't want to be pressing this and playing around with it. Now to cut the Santa sushi roll. First you want to make sure your blade is slightly wet and damp so that the rice doesn't stick to it as much. And then you want to make one cut first to make a smooth surface at the end of the roll. And then the next cut will reveal the intricate design you created. It's very important to have an extremely sharp knife when cutting a roll like this because it's very delicate. So you want to really cut through it like butter. And voila, the Santa sushi roll. So this is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the Sushi Santa. And if you did, then subscribe to my channel by clicking on the top left corner. Also, if you're a bit worried about the extra tuna that's being wasted by, doing that curvy thing with the tuna, then don't worry, you can always make some other recipe like a tuna tartare or the salmon and tuna tartare canapes, which I've made once before. If you want to check out that video, you can click on the left right now and check it out. They're pretty tasty and it's a great little side dish to have with this one, so that you don't waste any of the tuna. Now, if you want to check out more of my videos, then click on the right and you can check out all my other videos in your own time. And I guess I should at least sell something in order to finance this a little bit. So if you want to buy the same knives I used in this video, then click on the bottom and you'll go to my website where you'll get information about it and where you can get yours. Also, you can check out my website. It's a pretty cool thing. I built it up. It took quite a while, so check that out. Thank you very much. Till next week. Goodbye.